Hello, Vinyl community, and welcome to Daily Records. I am Tommy Burton, and today's album and the next few that we're going to do for the next week or so are going to be some recent albums. So if you've been watching my other channel, Tommy Burton's VC channel, there is a link up there in the description box. Please go there, subscribe, and keep up with that. I've talked about some recent acquisitions, and so I kind of want to talk about those and feature those for the next couple weeks. There's a few in there that I just threw in for fun. But for the most part, these are going to be some new records to my collection, but ones that I have listened to, so I have some ideas about them. And the first one was one that I talked about very recently, Roger Nichols and the Small Circle of Friends. I featured this on a recent thrift store find. This was a record that I picked up just very recently at a Goodwill. And I walked in and was just kind of looking around and saw the little stack of records, and this was right up front. And my wife thought I was going to have a mild heart attack because I could not believe what I was seeing when I saw this. And when I featured it in my other video, some people were saying, you know, I don't know who this is. Go to Discogs and check it out. This is a very rare LP, and my copy happens to be in really, really nice shape on A&M Records. But Roger Nichols was a songwriter, and this album came out in 1968, released on A&M Records. But he co-wrote a lot of songs, and these names are all going to sound familiar. Paul Williams, Tony Asher, and Bill Lane. And Asher and Nichols wrote a lot of the songs on this album, featuring the Small Circle of Friends was Murray McLeod, Melinda McLeod, and then of course there's Roger right there on the end. And this was an album that was released. It was produced by, and get this, Tommy LaPuma. It was engineered by Bruce Botnick, and it featured session musicians like Van Dyke Parks, Randy Newman, and Lenny Waronker. So this album has quite a bit of heavy hitters on it, and so that's why it kind of has reached sort of epic status amongst record collectors. But, you know, of this album, there's a couple of Beatles covers on here. They do With a Little Help from My Friends. Also do, I thought there were two on here, but I may be wrong about that. They also do I'll Be Back. That is the other Beatles song. I knew there was another one on there. They also do Coconut Grove, as you guys know from The Lovin' Spoonful, and later David Lee Roth. But this is easy listening pop music. This isn't a hard rock album or anything like that. It's very, very easy listening. I'm going to show you guys the record. There's the inner sleeve, all in really good shape, and on the brown A&M label. So the reason you know the name Roger Nichols, though, he collaborated with Paul Williams, most notably on We've Only Just Begun, which was a hit for the Carpenters. It was actually written as a commercial jingle, and Richard Carpenter heard it on television, and he thought, this sounds like a hit, so they did it. And the song went on to win the Grammy for Song of the Year. It was a big, big hit. Lots of weddings people do We've Only Just Begun. But he also wrote Out in the Country by Three Dog Night, which was a hit. Also Rainy Days and Mondays, which is a Carpenter's hit. Several hits for the Carpenters. Art Garfunkel's Traveling Boy. I Never Had It So Good, Barbra Streisand. So a lot of people know Roger Nichols' music, even if they don't know the name. And if you run in sort of the easy listening LA Sunshine pop sort of circles, Roger Nichols is definitely a name that you'll know. Now, he later did some music with the Small Circle of Friends, or was credited to the Small Circle of Friends, and kind of re-recorded some of those hits. But this is the 1968 original album. It never got reissued, never got repressed. This would be a great record store day release for some people, because it's a very highly collectible album and very desirable. Now, just as a side note, Roger Nichols, in addition to being noted for his music, is a successful jeweler. So there you go on that. And his brother Ted Nichols is also a composer who worked with worked on a lot of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. So you kind of get an idea for what the Nichols name means within musical circles, those Hanna-Barbera cartoons as well as Roger. But this was a great, great addition to the collection. Really, really happy to find a copy of this. I've had a CD for years, which I enjoy. But Roger Nichols and the Small Circle of Friends, today's Daily Record. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's get our subscriber numbers up. There's a few of you that are very devout and have been watching, and I appreciate it so much. I love interacting with you guys. I have Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. I usually show what I'm spending on there. And like I said, check out the other channel. But in the meantime, I'll see you all again tomorrow with another Daily Record.